Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a reading vlog. I'm going to be reading a bunch of paranormal / urban fantasy romances. I actually planned to do this video last October and then I didn't have time, so I didn't do it. And I was going to save this video for this October, but I am really in the mood to read paranormal romance right now. So I thought I would just do one now, and maybe I'll do another one in October as well. But I just felt like doing one, and I really want to try to do more reading vlogs on my channel. I'm also not in front of my bookshelves because I'm too lazy and I don't want to set something up there. I just wanted to set it up where I'll be reading. I have so many paranormal romances that I want to read. I'm gonna hopefully read 4 for this vlog, but I have so many, so I'm just going to show you guys a bunch that I own in physical copy that I want to read, and a couple on my Kindle that I also want to read. These are not all of the paranormal romances that I have that I want to read, but these are the ones that are speaking to me more. I do have the next 2 books in the Immortals After Dark series by Kresley Cole. So I have Dreams of a Dark Warrior. I also do own Live There. This is obviously the next one, so I should continue the series, but I don't think I am for this video. Another series I have to continue is the Lords of the Underworld series by Gina Showalter, and this one is The Darkest Pleasure. I think this is the 3rd or 4th book. After I read this one, like this one is going to be the one that I decide whether I continue the series or not. I'm not reading this one for this video either. I have Slave to Sensation by Nalini Singh, which I probably will read. I also have Burn for Me by Ilona Andrews, which I think is paranormal. Oh, it says paranormal. Okay. For a second, I thought this wasn't paranormal, and I planned this whole video around reading this book. I would have been so mad if it wasn't. Anyways, it's paranormal, so we're good. And then one that I might get to, I might not, is A Quick Bite by Lindsay Sands. I've heard a lot of things about the series, but I don't think I might read it, I might not, I might start it, but this is like the 5th book that I have maybe planned to read. The ones that I have on my Kindle that I'm really vibing with at the moment that I want to read are The Revelation of Light and Dark by Sawyer Bennett. I won a ARC of the 1st book in the series, so I kind of really want to read that. Darkhouse by Karina Halley I would love to read. I wanted to read this last year, like during October. I never got around to it. I'm pretty sure it's paranormal horror and it's about ghosts or something like that. Speaking of Karina Halley, she also has a vampire book coming out called Black Sunshine. It's probably out by the time this video goes up. It's not out for me right now, so I definitely won't be reading that. And then we also have My Midnight Moonlight Valentine by Mcavoy. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this book in a new releases video, or it was like a books I want to read video, and it was taken down by Amazon or something, but now it's back up. They have new covers. Mcavoy said she's releasing the next one at the end of the month. I know I just threw a bunch of titles at you guys, but my plans are to definitely read Burn for Me and Slave to Sensation. I'm also hoping to read The Revelation of Light and Dark and My Midnight, what is it? My Midnight Moonlight Valentine. These are like the 4 books that I'm pretty sure I will read for this vlog, and then I may end up starting A Quick Bite. So it's a little after 1:30, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and start Burn for Me. I don't know why I'm like nervous. I'm kind of nervous to read this for some reason. I think I'm nervous I'm not gonna like any of them. I had planned to film this entire video this weekend. It's currently Saturday, and I wanted to read 2 books today and 2 books tomorrow. But basically, my friends, we all have like the same day off, so we have decided to hang out all day tomorrow, so I can't really read tomorrow. And it kind of sucks because obviously like I haven't put up a video in so long, which I apologize for. I feel like I have been so busy and so stressed, and also like I just haven't been feeling good. Like I've been getting headaches a lot, which I feel like might be due to like us getting into spring and like the snow melting, and I think it kind of like is moldy, if that makes sense, and I think it's it's making me sick. I really want to try to read Burn For Me today, as well as The Revelation of Light and Dark, because I feel like that one's going to go by pretty fast. Sawyer Bennett's books always go by really fast for me, so I'm hoping to read these two today. I am going to go start Burn For Me. I am very excited. I have no idea what this is about, in which one woman must place her trust in a seductive, dangerous man who sets off an even more dangerous desire. I don't know what the paranormal aspect is in here. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna go start this right now. I am currently 202 pages in. I'm just about to start chapter 10, and it's okay. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's not exactly what I'm in the mood for. I don't really feel like a connection with the characters. Like, I don't really care. I feel like the magic is still a little confusing for me. Like, I don't fully get it. Yeah, so far I expected to like fall in love with this, and I'm kind of bored. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and probably finish this right away. Probably take me another hour or two to read this, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Okay, so I finished Burn For Me by Ilona Andrews, and I'm giving it 3 stars. I really expected to love this. I expected to give it 5 stars because that's what I had seen everybody else rate it, but I just found it boring. I'm sort of into their relationship, and like I would want to read more about that, but at the same time I'm like, it'd probably just be a waste of time for me. I don't know. Part of me wants to blame it on the fact that I'm not really feeling the greatest, still have a fucking headache, and that this was not the type of paranormal romance I thought it was gonna be. So maybe that's what it is. I really found it was boring. Didn't think that there was as much romance as I wanted, and like I realized this series is like a very slow burn series, which is not really my thing. I just didn't like it that much. I'm sorry. I feel really bad because I know a lot of you were really excited for me to like finally read this, and I didn't like it that much. I'm bummed. I really was hoping I would love this too. Now I think I'm gonna eat some donuts that I bought, because why not have sugar when you already have a headache, because it's not going away. So let's just have sugar. Why not? And I've tried everything. I've tried everything to get rid of it today, because I thought, oh, it's not that bad of a headache. I'll just take Tylenol extra strength. I'll have a bunch of coffee, sugar, nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Anyways, I'm gonna do something for the next couple of hours, and then I will probably chat with y'all in a bit, probably towards more bedtime, and I'll probably end up starting The Revelation of Light and Dark. It is currently almost 9 o'clock, and I tidied up my house. I'm actually feeling a lot better now. I'm sorry if I was very negative at the beginning of this video. I honestly wasn't feeling good. I'm feeling a little bit better now, so I am loading up my Kindle, and I'm going to start The Revelation of Light and Dark by Sawyer Bennett. I think this is Sawyer Bennett's first paranormal romance, and I'm really excited to see how she does it. I really enjoy her hockey romances, so I'm curious to see how she's going to do with paranormal romance. I don't know what this book is about. I think it's about vampires. That's kind of my life story, is I never know what a book is about until I actually read it, because I rarely ever read summaries of books. Like, typically I'll read the summary once, and then I'll add it on my to be read shelf on Goodreads, and then if I ever see the book on sale somewhere or a lot of people are talking about it, then I'll like pick it up. I know at some point I wanted to read it, I just don't remember what it's about. Does that make sense? I am very excited to read this. It's not very long, so hopefully it'll go by really fast. I'm pretty sure this is like a 4 or 5 book series, and I think it follows like the same couple throughout the whole series. So I'm pretty sure this ends on a cliffhanger, but we'll see when I actually read it, obviously. I feel like there's more I want to say about this, but I think I'm gonna wait just because I don't know how I feel about it still. But I'm gonna go ahead and start the Revelation of Light and Dark. Okay, I'm gonna go take off my makeup right away, but I just wanted to update before I get way too sleepy because I'm already getting very tired. It's like 10, but I'm not very far into the book. I'm like chapter 9. It's not about vampires. It is about fairies. It's about fae and demons. I'm still a little confused, so I'm slowly learning like their magic, I guess, or like how it works. Our two main characters met finally and had like an interaction, which was great. They're gonna end up being like fated to be together or something. Like I feel like that's where it's going, is like they're gonna be, you know, meant to be together. Carrick, is that how you say his name? Carrick? In his first like sort of POV, I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting. But yeah, so far I'm definitely into it, and I am hopefully going to finish it all tonight. So I just finished The Revelation of Light and Dark by Sawyer Bennett, and I enjoyed it. I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. But I'm definitely going to continue the series because I think it is really interesting, and I'm interested to see what happens. I don't know, like I didn't love it as much as I hoped I would, but I still really liked it. I feel like because it is a 5-book series, it's definitely going to take a lot to like build things up really. I'm curious about how the romance is gonna develop. Also did not see like that plot twist coming either, or like the cliffhanger. I didn't see that coming, so that was really interesting, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. But I'm very happy that I read Burn For Me and The Revelation of Light and Dark. I'm going to go to bed and I will talk more about these 2 books tomorrow. So it is now 2 days later from when I first started the vlog. As I said, I was going to hang out with my friends yesterday, which is what I did, and we hung out all day, so I wasn't able to read anything. And today I have a couple of things I do need to get done, but I am still hoping to try to read a little bit. I think I'm gonna read for the next maybe 3 hours or so. I was hoping to actually read and vlog during the week because I only had like a lot of 4-hour shifts. However, that has changed, and I now work 3 8-hour shifts in a row, and luckily my Friday is still free, so I'm hoping to finish this video on Friday. I wanted to discuss Burn For Me and The Revelation of Light and Dark a little bit more because I feel like I barely went into detail about the books and like what I liked, what I didn't like. So Burn For Me, I said I gave it 3 stars. I did stick with that. It's more like a 2.5 to be honest, because I did like The Revelation of Light and Dark better, and I also gave that one 3 stars, so I don't know. But for the sake of it, we're giving it 3 stars. I think what I ultimately liked about this book is the female character's relationship with her family. I really enjoyed that in all of the banter and just how great of a family unit she has. Like I did enjoy that part of the book. I think it just wasn't what I wanted for a paranormal aspect, and I found it a little confusing because I feel like it was a lot of, not politics, but like a lot of very specific military stuff. Like it's kind of based on that, which I guess I think the author has experience with that. So that was, it wasn't confusing. Well, it was a little confusing, but also just kind of bored me, like that aspect and the whole like magic situation, that kind of bored me too. But one scene in here that I did love is when the male character gives her like thousands of flowers in her driveway. I forgot to comment on that, but how did she not fall in love with him? Like, oh my god, I was just like, he did all of that for what? Like, that is so romantic. I loved that scene. But yeah, other than that, like I don't feel like I cared enough about the characters and their romance and like just the general plot. So this, I guess, follows Nevada, who is kind of like a PI detective, and she has like this whole firm with her family where they are basically like private investigators, and suddenly she gets this case where she has to stop like this really dangerous guy, and she is not sure if she can do it, and along this journey she meets another very dangerous guy, and he kind of wants to help her, but he has like his own motives, I guess. They sort of team up and, you know, slowly there's some romance in there. It's a very slow burn. I'm not explaining this book very well, and I'm so sorry, but I just found it boring, which sucks because I really thought I love it, but I just didn't. And then for The Revelation of Light and Dark by Sawyer Bennett, I ended up giving 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I definitely want to continue the series because I feel like it's going to be a very interesting roller coaster. So it follows Finley, who has always had this ability to look at people and see a weird image. Like she can see kind of like a demon, and for as long as she can remember, her and her father and her sister always thought that she kind of had like a mental illness or something, and she kind of just eventually grew up to ignore it. However, she ends up meeting this guy who is very kind of mysterious. He suddenly notices that she can see different things. He wants to find out more about what she can see because he also can see those things, or he's also involved in that world, I guess. He obviously has a different motive to helping her learn her abilities and like who she is and what she is. Basically, at the end of the day, she can see fairies and demons. It's very interesting. I feel like I kind of explained it all over the place, but our female character is just trying to figure out who she is, what she is, like what her purpose is, and the male character is sort of helping her discover all of that, but also has his own motives. If you're looking for a fairy, new adult paranormal romance, I definitely recommend checking it out and trying it for yourself. The plot twist though, didn't see coming, and I'm very, very excited to see where that goes. I liked the female character. I liked the male character, even though he was kind of secretive. We don't really know a lot about him, but I'm still really interested in their development as individual characters, but also together. I'm excited to see where their romance goes, because you do see on both ends how they both are attracted to each other, and I think they both feel like there's more to what's going on between them, if that makes sense. And as I kind of said, like I feel like the prophecy has something to do with them being like mates, or them being like destined to be together, if that makes sense. That's my prediction. We'll see what happens later on. I hope I went more into detail for you guys. I feel like Saturday was a mess for me, and I feel like I barely even talked about the books I was reading. Also, question for reading vlogs, do you guys want to see more about like what I'm doing during the day, or do you just care about the reading stuff? Because I know like reading vlogs, you're supposed to kind of do both, like show your reading but also show like what you're doing, but I don't know if you guys actually care about like what I'm doing other than reading, because usually I'm not doing anything. Like I'm either reading or I'm like on my computer, because when I have a day off, I have a day off and I don't do anything else. So just let me know like what you think is the perfect balance, or let me know what you want to see more from my reading vlogs or whatever, because I would be down to show you guys like other things that I'm doing, but I don't know if that'd be boring, and if you just want me to stick to the books. Now you're probably looking at the thumbnail, or you saw the thumbnail, and you don't see Slave to Sensation in the thumbnail, and you're probably wondering why. Like why is that not in the thumbnail but you discuss it in the video? Well, here is what happened. I obviously throughout the whole video I planned to read Slave to Sensation, and I was like really excited. I really wanted to read this. However, I read some reviews the other day, and a lot of people gave it 3 stars. They didn't say it was a bad book or anything. They just said it was a little confusing, and that the whole like I don't want to say magic system, but like the whole world and the whole like setup was very confusing, and it would take you a while to get into it and to like fully understand it. And because I already gave 2 books 3 stars in this vlog, I don't want to read another 3-star. And I feel like that is what this would be. I'm not in the mind frame right now to like fully dissect and understand a complicated world. Like I'm really not in the mood for that right now. So I feel like I'm gonna have to put this down and wait for it for another day, another vlog, because I just don't feel like it's a good idea. I feel like I'm gonna read it and give it 2 stars. Like, I just already get that vibe, so I have to put it down and save it for another day. So that is why, sadly, I'm not reading it for this vlog. However, I do feel like I might end up reading it in the summer. I might do another paranormal reading vlog in the summer, or I'll save it for October, which hopefully I can do another paranormal vlog then. So I am going to save this for a reading vlog. I'm not going to read this without vlogging it, so don't worry about that. It's just not going to happen for this one because I just think I'm going to be too confused, and it's not a good idea. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and try A Quick Bite by Lindsay Sands. I feel like this is supposed to be kind of like fun or funny and like light. I don't think it's supposed to be like super serious. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try, and we'll see. Maybe if I get into a couple of chapters and I'm not feeling it, I'll put it down. I don't know much about this. I just know the female character is a vampire, and I think she kidnaps or takes a human male doctor, and then I think he finds out that she's a vampire or something. I'm gonna go ahead and start it, I guess. So it's actually been many hours since I started A Quick Bite, and I cleaned up and stuff, so I was a little busy, but I am pretty much, I think, halfway through A Quick Bite, and I'm liking it. I think it's really interesting. It's definitely a little different. Very like fun and funny, kind of. I like the characters. I think they're really interesting. I really like the whole Arjano family, or like the whole family dynamic. They all seem like they're really close and that they care about each other, and I'm really liking that aspect of the book. I'm definitely curious to see the development of the relationship between Greg and Lysiana. Is that how you say her name? Or maybe it's Lysiana, I think. I think this is a long series, so I feel like this book is definitely setting up for all of the characters and the whole world, and it is really interesting to see how the vampires are in this series and like how they came to be and like all that jazz. I did find that really interesting, so I'm definitely excited to continue this. I am hoping to finish this tonight. I'm just gonna look it up right now because I want to know if the series, how long it is, and if each book follows a different couple or what. So I'm gonna look it up really quickly. So I do take it that each book follows a different couple. And how long is the series? 20, oh my god. There's like 30 books in the series, guys. Is this a commitment I'm willing to make? 33 books so far. That is crazy. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully finish this tonight now. Okay, so it is actually the next day, and sorry if I look like a mess. This is what I look like after 8 hours of work. But I did end up finishing A Quick Bite last night. It was kind of late, so I didn't really feel like vlogging, to be honest, but I did finish it, and I gave it 3 stars. I don't know what is going on, but apparently everything is just 3 stars to me. This was fun. It was definitely a fresh and different take on vampires. I did like it. I liked the whole family and their whole dynamic. I thought they were really interesting. The vampires in this world are pretty fascinating too, the way that they were created and stuff. So this follows Lysiana, who is a vampire, and it is her birthday, and every birthday basically her mother, who's also a vampire, gets her like a birthday gift, and usually it's a human. She goes home early for her birthday, and she sees this man tied up in her bedroom, in her old bedroom, and so she assumes that he's her birthday gift, but it's not exactly how it goes down. And this guy is obviously kind of traumatized because he's been kidnapped, essentially. It's really funny, honestly. Like, I actually really liked the humor in here, and like just how they all were pretty like self-aware, and I don't know, I just thought it was a really different take. I just think for me, there wasn't much that happened. This book definitely sets up the whole world and the series, I'm assuming, but there wasn't much of a plot, to be honest. It was just about our characters like falling in love, and then there was like the minor threat. Bad guy in here was super obvious too, so like that wasn't great. The romance was decent, like it wasn't anything super special. Yes, a lot of it was the two main characters getting to know each other, but that was kind of it. And usually I like books like that where it's just like the characters get to know each other and figure out their relationship. For some reason, it just didn't have enough, if that makes sense. But I am willing to continue in the future. Because I finished that last night, I did start My Midnight Moonlight Valentine this morning. So I actually started it before I went to work. I woke up a little bit earlier and I started it. I don't know how far I'm into it. Let me look. I'm 100 pages in and I'm loving it. This is what I wanted when I was like wanting to read paranormal romance. So far, very interesting. I feel like there is quite a bit of info dumping at first. But yeah, I'm definitely into it. It has vampires, witches, fated mates. So far so good though. I'm really loving it. And I'm just loading it up on my Kindle now so I can continue it here. Okay, so I'm gonna go continue My Midnight Moonlight Valentine. I might finish it today. I might not. We'll see. It is already like almost 8 o'clock. And I did want to try to go to bed early tonight, so we'll see. But I'm gonna go continue this and love it. So it's now Friday and I haven't filmed since Tuesday, but I did finish My Midnight Moonlight Valentine by J.D. Mcavoy. I finished it on Wednesday and 4 stars. I loved it. I loved it so much. It follows Druella, which by the way, I love her name. She is a new vampire. She hasn't been a vampire for very long, but she kind of continues her life normally. She has like a normal job and she continues to do normal things, but she's a vampire. And one day she is hunting for food in the forest because she only eats animals. And in the forest she comes across this naked man who killed a bunch of humans. He doesn't really know where he is. He kind of has no memory of what happened in the last couple of years, but all he knows is that Druella is his mate and she's very confused. So it's just about them figuring out how he ended up where she was, why he thinks she's his mate. Again, I am not explaining it very well, but it was a wonderful book and I really loved it. I loved Druella. I thought she was a great female character. I also really loved Thesis. He was so romantic and swoon worthy. I am obsessed with both of them. The only reason why I'm not giving it a full 5 stars is because I often did find the info dumping a little boring and a little repetitive. Like there would be long stretches in the book where it was a lot of information thrown at you, a lot of historical stuff, which I love history, but sometimes it just felt like too much and that it didn't really add much to the plot, if that makes sense. But you can really tell that the author put in a lot of research and a lot of work into the backgrounds of all of the characters and the settings and all of that. Like I truly do feel like it was very atmospheric. The whole book was really unpredictable for me. I didn't see any of the twists and turns coming, especially that ending. Did not see that cliffhanger coming. I really loved the development between Druella and Thesis. I loved reading about their like slow relationship and still kind of the mystery around how they're connected. I just thought this book was really well done and I loved every bit of it. I loved Thesis's family, all of his siblings and all their banter. They felt like just this warm family. I really loved all of that. I am so excited to read the second book. It comes out in a couple of days. I cannot wait to read it. I feel like this is one of my new favorite paranormal romances. Like it was just so good and I loved every minute of it and I need more. That is it for this reading vlog. I'm going to quickly, I guess, just wrap up my reviews and like what my favorite book was that I read this week. So obviously coming at number 1 is My Midnight Moonlight Valentine by Mcavoy. I gave it 4 stars. Loved it. It was fantastic. Coming in at number 2 is The Revelation of Light and Dark by Sawyer Bennett, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it. Definitely something new. I don't read a lot of fairy books, and I enjoyed it and I can't wait to continue. Then coming in at number 3 is A Quick Bite by Lindsay Sands, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars. This was a really fun and refreshing take on vampires. I liked it. And then obviously coming in at number 4 is Burn For Me by Alona Andrews, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars, more like 2.5. It was just a little boring and I don't really see myself continuing the series, but I definitely do want to maybe check out something else by the author. So that is it for this paranormal romance reading vlog. Let me know if you have read any of these books and what your thoughts are on them. I'm sorry if this video was very long and kind of all over the place. Honestly, it wasn't my best video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!